Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. And I'm going to be refilming this video. I had to take the earlier upload down due to an inappropriate item being in my background. So I'm going to talk about autism and heatwave weather, as currently the UK is going through a heatwave. And I'm going to try and show you, there we go, the bright sunshine up there. It is literally no clouds in the sky, it's literally scalding hot. We're in mid-20s, nearly early 30s temperature. For a lot of people on the spectrum like myself, they don't deal with the heat too well. They get really oversensitized, including high anxiety, heightened emotions. Their bodies don't process the heat properly. So for a lot of us, this hot weather is really unbearable. It's sensory overload, it causes headaches, nausea, heightened anxiety, like I've said. And for people like me who aren't heat people, I absolutely hate the heat. I don't like it. I'm very much a cold weather, mild weather person. But I'm outside at the local pub. My dad's in the bar area, but I thought I'd come out here and refilm it. So I've got a different background. So I am in the pub car park right now, just talking to you about autism, how the heat can affect people like me. Again, it's to do with sensory overloads, headaches, nausea, heightened emotions, heightened anxiety. For a lot of people like me, I don't process the heat properly. So again, sometimes I may not know when I'm getting too hot, or not enough fluids in my body, or when I'm getting too overstimulated because of the heat and how it affects my body, because sometimes my body doesn't let me know that I'm getting too hot or I'm too cold or in between. But yeah, for myself personally, just from my autistic perspective, I don't like the heat. I'm very much against the heat. I don't like it. I get very itchy, very irritated, very agitated. I don't like being outside unless I really have to be outside. But again, I am in the car park. That is my dad's car there. But for me, people like myself, it's just aggravating, it's anxiety provoking, and it's very overstimulating, like having hot and cold changes, because the UK does go through a lot of hot and cold changes with regards to weather. The local Met Office, which is the National Weather Centre, has put a level 3 heat weather warning out recently. So again, for me, that's a change of weather, it's a change of body temperature, it's a change of being in the different environments. So being outside trying to deal with the heat, being at my sister's, my dad's house, being at mine, it can really overstimulate my brain and give me too much information to process. So again, it can really freak me out and make me feel anxious and panicky. And obviously wearing sunglasses to protect my eyes, because outside out here, like I've said, I can actually show you the bright sunshine. There we go, there it is, the sun in the sky. It's very, very hot, it's very, very humid, it's very, very sticky, and it doesn't agree with me. Right now I'm absolutely boiling. I literally have got a dress on and I'm very, very hot. I've put my hair up because again, a lot of people on the autistic spectrum struggle with heat perception. So again, if you are a female and you do have long hair, I suggest you do put your hair up, or if you're a young man or gentleman who tends to have long hair, then tie your hair back in a ponytail or in a little clip, so you don't get so hot and overstimulated. Because for me, I know I get really, really sweaty under my neck here, under my chin, and on the side of my face. I tend to get damp hair because I get really, really hot being in a hot environment. So again, it's important to make sure you hydrate yourselves, have cold drinks nearby, make sure you have a fan nearby. If you're at home in a hot apartment, flat, house, wherever you may live, make sure you have a fan or things that can make you cooler. Like go outside towards the end of the day where it's slightly cooler. Like now it's slightly starting to cool down, so it's not too bad to be out here and speaking to you guys. But again, make sure you can take yourselves away from the hot environment, whether that means staying indoors, being inside in a cool environment like a store window or a shop window, or away from this humid heat. It's very, very humid, hot and sticky right now. And like I said, I am in the pub car park just trying to explain this to you. And also, a lot of us don't tend to realise when we're overstimulated, we're over hot, we're over anxious, we don't tend to make much eye contact, or we get overstimulated trying to film these videos. So again, I'm trying to make this as sweet as possible and as easy to understand as possible. So that's why I do have my glasses on, because I am literally burning my eyes right now, and it does cause severe anxiety issues. Again, like I said, I am in the pub. I'm using the fence as my background to film this video. But yeah, for a lot of us on the autistic spectrum, it is very, very difficult adapting to each weather situation. So we go from being in this hot, humid, horrible heat wave for the next 3 weeks or so, and then we'll go back to having mild weather, which is yay, because Gemma loves mild weather. I love it when it's slightly more cooler and bearable. You know, I'm still not a good weather person. I get very itchy, irritated. I don't deal well with changes, as you've known through this channel by now. I don't deal well with changes, that means weather or otherwise. So yeah, I just want to talk about the weather, what it's like for me to deal with weather changes from extreme hot, humid like we are now to then milder and miserable weather. I'm very much a cold weather person. I love it when it's cold, so I can put layers on, I can put my boots on, I can put scarves and stuff on, whereas this hot weather I don't know how to dress. So again, it's picking the appropriate clothing, putting my hair up to keep the heat off my face and off my chest, off my neck, stuff like that. So make sure you do prepare yourselves with suitable clothing. Again, if you are going away during this hot, humid heatwave weather, make sure you have your open windows of your car or anything that you're travelling in. Make sure you open the windows, make sure you have things like wet flannels for your face or things like that. Make sure you're able to take a breather and relax, because this hot weather is really unpredictable, because 1 minute it can be really, really hot, scalding like it's been for the last 2 weeks here, and then all of a sudden you can get a cold day or a humid day, then again it changes because our body has to adapt to the change overnight. So again, that can be very, very difficult and anxiety provoking. Again, also depending on what kind of food you eat as well. This weather is literally going to be irritating our food system. So again, depends what kind of food you do eat. If you have a structured routine with certain repetitive foods, or if you're out at a person's house and they're cooking something that you may not like, or it's hot weather, you may feel sick or anxious, you may not want to eat. Again, make sure you have your food with you and that you're able to process it and take it with you, so you don't get anxious or shut down over it. So again, it depends on food. Also your drinks, if you like to have a certain drink or you're very picky about fluids, make sure you take a bottle or flask with you to keep your anxiety load and your sensory overloads at bay. But I am actually in the pub car park, and I thought I'd make this a nice, different, unique vlog for you. Like I said, I am very, very hot right now. I am actually wearing a dress. I am sitting in the shade for right now, but it is very, very hot. It's very, very humid, and my body isn't really processing it properly. I don't deal well with the heat. I'm very, very grumpy. I don't like it. I don't like the change of the weather. But again, I'm having to learn to deal with it. So again, make sure you have things like thermometers in your house or things like that will help keep you temperature regulated. The more regulated we are, the more structured we are, the more likely we are to deal with it and adjust to it. But again, for a lot of autistic people, this will be a horrible time of year, because this weather is so changeable. It's unpredictable. It's going to be getting hotter, which means there's going to be more emotions. There's going to be more shutdowns. There's going to be more people getting distracted and not understanding why this weather has to be so hot. But again, I will attach the Met Office weather warning down in the video description. But I want to show you, actually, this is the sky right now. It's literally no clouds, no nothing. It's literally absolutely boiling hot. It's been like this for like 2 weeks now. So this is what we call our mini summer over here. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you a little bit behind me, the car park. This is the pub that I'm at. There we go, so you can actually see where I'm at right now. But yeah, let me know if you have tips you'd like to offer down below in my video description. Please smash the like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.